face is like peering into that mirror. Okay guys, let's start nice and easy. We won't go crazy, we'll do our nice gentle Friday morning, Serena. Hope you're feeling better, babe. She's got sinus problems, I think, from COVID vaccine. And 4, and 4, and 3, and 2. What a gorgeous day it is. It's cold but beautiful. And 1, and 2. So really reach over. 3, 4. Oh, I had a lovely class last night, Serena. Serena normally comes to my Thursday night one. And a few of them had bad backs, so we did loads of stretching, and honestly I feel really good today. And this last one, just hold it over, take it really reach long, take a beautiful breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Bless you. And then come into warrior, and then just take the gaze up to ceiling. Breath in. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Then back into a really wide parallel. So take them hips backwards towards the wall, bum to wall, chin to chest, and then just slowly start rolling down towards the floor, taking the weight forward, transferring the weight into the front of the foot. And just gently, just let the head just hang. You may get fingertips, you may get palms, you may get forearms, whatever your range of motion is. And just gently rock yourself forwards and back. So if the hands are on the floor, usually people can get fingertips down with a wide leg. But if not, just take the hands on the forehead and just transfer. Notice how it changes the stretch as you transfer your weight into the ball of the foot and then into the heel. And beautiful. And then just take a beautiful breath in through the nose. And out. So in through the nose. Out through the mouth. And then gently start bringing the feet back together. You might have to take the hands away to bring the feet underneath the hips. And then just soften the knees and gently restart the spine back up to neutral. Poor John, I can't believe he got back and then his knee. Oh, and then come into again. Bless him.
I've been hearing a lot about his knee.
Oh yeah, if they're injured, we know about it. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Beautiful. And then into side 1, and 1. Reach 2, 4, 4 more. For 4, for 3, for 2. Hold it on this next one. Big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Try and make your breath quite deep. Last one, breath in. And then gently up again into that warrior pose. Slide the shoulders down and just take the back hand to the back leg. You can straighten the leg more into triangle pose if you prefer. Take a breath in. Try and breathe into the rib cage, letting the ribs come up and out on an inhale. Melting them back down. Last one. Well done. And then again, keep them really nice and wide. Draw the belly in. Come back. And then we're just going to take one hand to one foot. Then bring the other hand round to me, let the head hang towards the knee. Just notice how that back leg feels on that leg. Does it feel wonderful or does it feel very tight? Take a breath in and out. In and out. And then gently just start walking your hands to the other foot. Notice if there's any difference. My legs change all the time. One minute I'm right tight through my right, next through the left. Take a breath in and out. 3 more breaths. Last one. Beautiful. So either keep into that foot, or if you're facing away from the camera, guys, bring back into the other foot so that you are in like a lunge position. So just from that position, if you can, take the hands on the knees, and then just come into a low, well, kind of a mid-lunge position. Reach up, take the hand over into that balance, not easy this balance. Bend the knee a bit more so you're feeling the stretch through the quads on the back leg. And then back, and then just move the foot slightly in to take the heel towards the floor. Take a breath in. And out. And again. So just stretching out through the calf, and then transfer your weight to the front knee. We're going to go into a bit more of a balance. So what I want you to do is tuck the tailbone a little bit, transfer the weight forward, draw the navel in, and then just lift and lower. Try not to take the foot completely to the floor. Working the hip extensor, so working the booty of the back leg. And 4, 3, 2, hold it up, little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. Take that foot down, take a gaze up, take a breath in. And out. In. And out. 2 more. Last one. Bring the hands back towards the heart. Straighten that front leg, chin to chest, hips back into the front hamstring. So just gently rolling down towards the floor. Either taking hands on the shin or on the floor if you can reach. Head towards the knee. Again, deep breath in. And out. In. And out. Last one, breath in. Soften the front knee and slowly start bringing yourself back up to standing position. Good, brilliant. Let's go to that other side. So again, nice deep hip flexor first. So take it into like a lunge position, soften through that back knee. You can reach up and then over. Beautiful. Back to standing and then just transfer weight and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, little tiny pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. Back, heel down. Slight back bend. Take a breath in. And again. Last one, breath in. And back to centre, straighten the front leg, chin to chest, hips backwards, gently float down. Again, feeling that stretch through the back of the legs. Let the head hang towards the knee. Two more breaths. Last one, breath in. Soften the front knee and gently up. Oh, you might have found a few little tight spots there. Brilliant. Okay, let's go into some nice low squat positions. So shoulders down, and again, let's come back nice and low. Let's do 20. So you get to take your little doggy out. Keep forgetting you've got a dog. Lovely.
Yeah, we're going to do a nice walk.
Yeah. Yeah, I said I sometimes feel like I'm in such a rush these days that I get to take Coco around the block and not a proper... Martin takes her on a morning and a night, but I usually, but I'm going to try and get a good half hour in today, walk around the lake.
It's lovely.
Yeah. And 10, 9, 8, 7. Esther's in Miami with work, with Clarion. That were a good gig. I told Clara, she was like, oh, if I get to go to Miami one day with Clarion to, I don't know, some conference. One, well done. And then gently back to centre. And we'll just do a little bit just to work the inner thighs as well. And the glutes, obviously. So shoulders down. We'll just take it up for 10. Try and keep that core connected. 9.
I'm supposed to be in Chicago next week, but I still don't know if I'm
Oh,
going, because I'm going with somebody else.
Yeah.
But he keeps changing the plan.
Oh.
So I haven't been able to book flights, book hotels.
Oh, really?
It's really stressing me out. I like to know
What you're doing. Well, when you've got a family, you kind of do, don't you, as well?
I'm going to give him a cut off on Monday.
And then arms like this. Yeah.
And then just say it's too flaky.
Gosh, it'll be windy in Chicago. Beautiful. I've never been, but it's supposed to be a lovely city. Have you been?
It's cold. I've been a couple of times.
Yeah. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Beautiful. Okay, just give your legs. We'll give them a little bit of just a stretch out just before, just into the calf, just because we've done calf raise. And we'll do, because it's pilates, obviously we don't do loads of lunges, but it's still nice to work. So shoulders down, we'll just do 10. Weight slightly forwards, take it down for 10. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And then push. Oops. She says as she nearly fell over. Yeah, Nicola's in Rome this weekend. Gone on a little girly thing, yeah. And obviously James had to go and pick a daughter up from Newcastle. Lizzie's working. She'll be well fed up. And then
Chloe was going to the malls?
yeah, she's good, Chloe. She likes, when it's like this, she likes to get out. I love going for a walk with Chloe. She proper wraps up like scarves and everything, yeah. I've usually done like half a mile and I've got a t-shirt on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And just take that back heel down again.
It's too warm at the moment there to wrap up.
Yeah, I can't bear being too hot when I'm walking. But Chloe gets really bad, a lot of neck hair, bless her, so she needs to keep her neck warm, yeah. you felt? Well done, good work. Where are we for time? Right, let's just do a little bit more kind of through our shoulders and a little bit of weight. So if you've got, I know Serena has, Angela, I think you've got a little weight, hun. If not, just use like a tin of beans or something. Anything just to give yourself a little bit of strength through. So let's just take, we're not going to do loads like I say, but we'll just do a little bit. So I want you first of all to take the elbow into the waist, keep it there, it's really important, and then just externally rotate. My external rotation is not great on this right arm, I've got to say, and then back in, and then the other way. Good. And 2. If you want to, and you think you can kind of coordinate, you can come up into calf raise as well. 2, 3. If you don't want to work your calves, I've worked mine hard enough this week. I'm just going to keep down. 5. So it opens up the chest as well, this one. 3, 2, and 1. And then take one leg forward and then just take it into a bicep and a lower. And 2, and 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Step that foot forward and this weight to the rib cage, but keep the shoulder down. Take your arms straight and then softly in, yeah, and then just look down to the floor to keep the neck long. 3. Try not to swing it. So nice control on the way back in. And again. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. We'll try and just exhaust this arm before we do the other one. Normally we swap, but we'll do abduction now. So just out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Good. Let's come to the other side. So again, in. Keep your elbow on in and just notice you might feel a little bit of a pull. Well, that might be just me that can hear the cracking. How's that all? Well, it's this thumb that's the whole problem. Yeah, that arm, yeah, I thought it was over. It's gone. The nerve's gone, thank God. Yeah, just went. Just shows you movement. If you stick with it, completely gone. But I'm having a lot of, this is deformed. This is the one that I sprained. That I was playing volleyball last night. March. Honestly, I would have a break over a sprain any day of the week. Yeah. This, to say it with just a thumb, it's just creating. I've got a ganglion now. I'm like an old arthritic woman. Very glamorous. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then back and again. I think as well, when you've got like a sprain, a ganglion, it says you should rest. Does it? Just the nature of my job, do you know what I mean? I've been massaging quite a lot, but it doesn't bother me when I'm working. It's literally, it's worse on my night. Sometimes it keeps me up, you know, and I'm like, oh. But I don't know. The ganglion's definitely getting smaller. They do just go on their own. Yeah, it's something to do with like, I think inflammation through the tendon, like leakage or something. 2, and 1. Old arthritic woman, Serena. And a left, and lower, and 2, and 3. Yeah, playing blooming volleyball, can you believe it? Something as innocuous as that. I went out with my friend who did it actually at the weekend. I went, and she's built, you know, she's got really big shoulders. I was like, bloody hell, you like a rugby forward. And 1. Well done, good. Place that down, yeah. Nice and just, nothing too crazy. So I want you to just, a lot of people at the minute are really forward shouldered, really, it's all this pandemic of typing and stuff. But just pull back And it's awful when you see someone who can't grab the hands anymore, so just a really nice stretch. Breathe into it. Well done. And then just take one hand up and then in. This is the one, remember I said this is where this rotation, and I think it's just because I use it so much, it's so tight, I really struggle catching on this one. The other side I'm fine. So generally you will find that, just let's try the other side now. So again, you might be one of the lucky ones and be able to catch both, and you do both. No. So it's really not uncommon. In fact, it's more uncommon to find someone who can do both sides. But yeah, that move is so good to keep that external, internal, external rotation going. And then just bring it across into your deltoid one. Do you know, I did quite a few courses with APPI down in London, like lower back rehab, runners, pilates for cyclist runners. And then I was going to do the shoulder one. This was years ago when I first started training, and I was like, oh, I don't think there'll be much scope for shoulders, and honestly, I really could do doing it, because I think a lot of the stuff will be like my breast cancer stuff, but so many people have shoulder issues. Chin to chest, hips back, weight forwards. Oh, that feels good. Let your arms just hang, really heavy. Again, beautiful breath in. And out. In. And out. Last one, breath in. And gently up. And then one more on the other side, then we'll do one balance and we'll get down, guys. So backwards with the hips, weight forwards, almost like you're falling over. And again, just let the head just hang. Two more. Last one, breath in. And gently up. Oh, I feel too taller. Before me I was. And then just so bring your roller, guys. If you know, I'll be near a wall just in case. Hopefully you won't need it, but you know, just in case. And then we're just going to do one balance. That's all. So we're keeping the shoulders down. My favourite one, I always do tree pose. So push that big toe into the mat, and then just keep your core connected. And gently down. So let's take a big in breath as we go up. As we come down. And again, 4 more. For 3. 2. That'll be your sinuses, Serena, if you feel a bit wobbly today, hon. And beautiful. Well done. Excellent. Let's see if you've got the same inside. So I always just have this, it's nice just to hold it, just to bring the leg up. And again, draw the navel in. Up we go. Inhale. And again. 4 more. 3. 2. Yeah, it's usually really busy this class. I think it's getting to that time of year, you know, where people kind of just, if they've got like half a day, they just do some like Christmas
Soon
shop.
be Christmas.
I know, someone was saying that to me the other day. I used to do last night, Caroline, one of the girls, one of the ladies who does my class, said, come down to the floor, guys. She went, oh, we're doing our Christmas exchange on the 18th. I went, oh, of December, that would be nice, it'd be really Christmassy. She went, oh no, November.
Oh, that's a bit early.
Family Christmas exchange. I was like, what's going on? Let me get rid of this. Okay, so let's just start with, we'll keep with all that lovely mobility today. We'll do some core work as well. But if you just come onto, let's just mobilise the spine, and hopefully our roll-ups will become quite easy then. So take a beautiful breath in. And then gently start bringing the navel in towards the spine a little bit, and just taking the ribs towards the hips as you round the back. Providing some lotion for the joints, and then again the other way. And round. I was showing some new ladies how to do cat to cow the other day, and you forget how people just, when they're not used to it, don't know how to move the spine, you know. So this move should feel really nice. It shouldn't feel like it's a tight move unless you have a lot of kind of tightness in the back area. And one more. And let's try and do a little bit of stability. So I know a lot of my breast cancer ladies do this class on record. So obviously if you've got lymphedema, make sure you are wearing your sleeve. But a little bit of 4-point kneeling is good for bone density. So try and draw the belly in and just walk the opposite hand and foot backwards. One goes forward, one goes back, obviously. And then just lift. And then gently back in with the core. So try not to move the pelvis. Draw the tummy in. It's harder than it looks. And then reach. And then gently back in. And the other way. Sometimes nice to put like a book or a ball or something on your back and see if you can stabilise it. And then gently back. And again. And then back. And then just keep the hands down. Spread the fingers so the weight's evenly distributed. And then just take the right foot back. Draw the belly in. Point the foot and just lift for 10. A little bit like we did when we were standing. 9, just into that blue. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back in. Keep the core tight. The other side. And again lift. 10, 9. And the beauty of Pilates and not bars, we don't have to do loads of reps. And 5 more. It's 5. 4, you actually quite enjoy it.
Yeah.
3, 2, and 1. Well done. And then just take your big toes together and just sit onto the heel, bum onto heels, and just let the head just hang. And then walk both hands round to the right. Take your top hand and really try and reach it over the bottom hand. So you're feeling the stretch almost underneath the armpit, so through the lat dorsal muscles. And take a breath in. So again, try and expand the rib cage up and out on an inhale. And then exhale, melt a little bit further into the stretch. 2 more, broaden the back on an inhale. Breath release. Last one. Beautiful. And to that other side. And again, notice if one side's tighter than the other. Inhale. Out breath. In breath. Out breath. Last one. Beautiful. Fab. Okay, let's come on to your tummies. So this is for Serena. She loves these ones. So again, if you find that you just, you've got a little bit forward shouldered from typing all day, or, if you've been on a phone, whatever, just let's try and extend a little bit through our chest. So we're just going to lay on our tummy. When you're laying on your tummy, it's really important that you just think about your belly button now, and imagine there's a really hot coal underneath it, and you are drawing the belly button in and away from it, or it will burn you. Yeah, so the tummy's connected. And then we are just going to literally slide our shoulder blades down. So glide our elbows down towards our waist. And then we're just going to lift. It's not a lot. You're just lifting the chest and the head away, and you're trying to hold that position with the core engaged. Hold. So obviously working the upper trapezius muscles in the back and stretching the front of the chest. And lower back down. If you find these easy, great. It just means that you're posturally pretty good. If you're really forward shouldered, this would be really hard for someone. So let's try again. Push the pubic bone down, draw the tummy in, slide your elbows down, and then just lift the hands and the forearms and the chest and the head away. Hold. And lower. Well done. Now take the hands into the imaginary seams of your trousers. So into dark position, slide the fingertips as far down as you can. So almost like you're trying to reach your fingertips to your feet. And again, push the pubic bone down, draw the belly away from that imaginary curl, lengthen through the head. So imagine you've got a string pulling the crown of your head in the opposite direction to your feet, and lift up. Hold. And lower. Well done. Let everything flop. Let's do that again. Push the pubic bone down, draw the belly in, slide the fingertips down, head the opposite way, lift the chest and the head away. Keep your arms there, but then I just want you to bring your left arm out to shoulder height or a little bit below. Hold it there. And then back in. And the other side. Hold. Back in. Both together. Reach. Back in. One more each side. Take it out. Hold. Back in. Other side. Hold. Back in. Both together. Hold. Back in. And relax. Well done. Good work. Just take your hands onto the side of your head and have a little windscreen wipe. Or I could just lay here, Louise. The sun's just shining in beautifully. Not doing much for my crow's feet, but anyhow. Okay, let's come on to your backs. So we're just going to take, so everything nice and relaxed. So we want the shoulder blades nice and relaxed on the mat. Hopefully after just doing that, your chest should feel quite open. So always think about collarbones nice and long, almost pushing them shoulder blades down, chin towards the chest. Walk the feet a little bit closer to your bum so the shins are directly underneath the knees and your knees are hip distance apart. Close your eyes. So you should be in neutral pelvis, yeah? The pubic bone and the hip bones should be on a level plane. You should have a little gap underneath that lower back. So we're taking a breath in. And then out breath as we gently roll into imprint. Yes, sending the lower back into the mat, and then slowly and sequentially take the vertebra away, bone by bone, as we start lifting our bum, our lower back, and mid back, sending the knees long, the hips are high, but we're on our shoulder blades, not our neck. Take a breath in at the top. And again, slowly start to bring the spine back down. Some people sort of visualise like a bicycle chain moving bone by bone. And we're trying to just lubricate the joints all the way through imprint back to neutral. Let's do 2 more. Breath in. Gently roll the lower back into the mat. Start lifting the bum, lifting the lower back, the mid back, sending the knees nice and long. Hips are high. Breath in. Slowly down. All the way through your imprint. Release. Last one. Breath in. Gently roll the lower back into the mat. Start lifting your bum, the lower back, the mid back. Sending the hips high, the knees long, teetering on the shoulder blades. And then just visualise, like I said, them jagged little vertebrae and the joints in between. We're going to take a breath in and gently peel it bone by bone back down. All the way through imprint. And then just take your legs long. So again, in this position, we're going to let's try and just keep our arms up to ceiling. Let's not bring them over today. Just keep them up to ceiling, chin towards the chest. And I'm just going to show you something else with the ball. So chin to chest, and then lift into chest lift, and then gently up, forward, and restack. Now, if you are quite forward shouldered, then having the ball underneath, it will feel a little bit weird. Louise and I have got one of these, which can feel really nice because you take the ball in between the scapula, so you've at least got some protection for the neck. You can have it like this. I don't mind this because I quite like the feeling of openness. So this is really nice for someone who's tight through the pectoral muscles, because otherwise roll up can make you do this a little bit. So just try it with the ball. If you've not got one at home, then obviously you can use a cushion underneath the thoracic spine. Take a breath in, hands up, push the ribs in and down, and then gently forward, restart. The hardest bit is finding the ball again. But actually it does change the shape of the spine, which is quite nice, and then forward. So the ball's really good for people who also struggle with getting up. It gives you that little bit more movement through the upper thoracic, and then back. And obviously, if you want to go back to your normal one, you can just take it all away. You can use the ball, use your eyes on the ball. Reach up, just follow the ball with your eyes. And then, yeah, I'm going to have mine there, just that nice today. So another good one for people who need to open, like I say, is just to lie in this position. So that's a nice one for you, Serena, actually, only if you've been at your computer and know a lot more. Or even lie on your roller if it feels comfortable. Obviously, if you've got a bony spine, it might feel a little bit uncomfortable to lie there, so you might want to put a towel. Let's do 5 more. 2. And on your last one, try and hold into that spinal flexion. Just hold. And gently up. Well done. Good. Okay, let's do a little bit. Sorry, Lou, you've not come out the side leg in this. So, these are lovely. I took these down to, I might have to close that blind just because I can't see anything. I hate shutting the sun out. No, it's so gorgeous, but. So, yeah, these are really nice for just if you get a bit uncomfy in your, you can kind of just have them there. They might feel too much for some people. So whatever feels comfy, but they are quite nice. And we're going to bend the bottom knee. Excuse me for closing my eyes, guys, it's still a bit bright. Lengthen the top leg. Bring the shoulder blade back so you're not arching forward with it again. And then just lift. Point the foot and lift for 12. Yeah, keep that gap underneath the waist. And for 4. 8 more. 8. 7. 3, 2, and 1, and then circle. I feel like I've been shot in the head. 3, 4, keep going. 4. It's really low, the sun, isn't it?
It's really low.
And circle back. Good, and keep the foot pointed, take it forward, 1, 2, flex, bring it back. Point, 1, 2, flex, it back. Point, 1, 2, flex, back. 3 more, 1, 2, and back. 2 more. Last one. And then just lengthen as much as you can, opposite to the bottom hand, and then just pulse for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. And then just grab the foot, just bring it, the heel into the butt. Pull that thigh all the way backwards, opening up the hip flexors. Two more breaths. Well done. We won't do plank, guys, because we did a bit of hip extension for the glute max earlier. So just come onto your back and then just place that foot on the knee. Sometimes you feel that enough, or you might want to bring the underneath foot up. If the hip flexor starts to cramp, I know sometimes yours was streaming in this one, hon. So you can lengthen the bottom leg and do more your piriformis one, where you push the inner knee towards the opposite shoulder and then just pull in and then just hold. Good, and then just have a little butterfly stretch just before we do the other side. So just soles of the feet together, sorry, then just bounce up and down. Yeah, you can walk the heels a little bit closer to the pubic bone. You can use your hands to just push down on the inner thigh. Yeah, into that kind of groin area. Just have a look at your knees. Is one slightly higher? Usually if one's higher, it just means you'll get tighter generally through that hip and glute. Beautiful. Lengthen your legs again. Take your arms up to ceiling. Breath in. Chin towards the chest. Just come up to standing position. Seated position, sorry. And then switch. And we'll just do that other side. So again, you can always do your double leg, guys, if you want to challenge the stability. So again, you want to make sure the hips are stacked, knees are stacked, or ankles are stacked. Lengthen the top leg, lift for 12, and lower. Or if you feel stable, this is my least stable side, you can put your hand on your hip bone. 8, 7, 6, good. And 1, and push that bottom knee down just to stabilise a bit. Just circle, circle 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, circle back. 3, 2, and 1, and then bend the bottom knee, lengthen the top foot again, and then forward and back, forward and back, forward, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back, lengthen it as much as you can, pulse it for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done, beautiful. Just pull the heel into the butt, pull the thigh backwards. You're still doing a bit of hip, Lynn?
I'm going running with Jazz.
Ah, right,
So tomorrow morning I'll
nice.
meet Jazz.
Oh, you feel all stretched out actually. You don't feel tight on yourself. I don't know what he's doing tomorrow morning, do you? I've got hit early, but I don't know what
You do
way.
this to hit.
I do it in heat. No, I do it in the studio. I do it in the park on when it gets nicer weather, but I mean, you just can't guarantee, can you, in winter, that's the problem. But yeah, it's nice to do it outside. It's a perfect day for a run, isn't it, Lynn, today? And then gently, guys, let's grab hold of our roller. If you haven't got a roller at home, you know, you can always just do it on the floor. So we'll do a little bit more core work and then finish with a nice shoulder and supine spine stretch. So when you're on the roller, obviously avoid all this position. You really need to make sure the ribs are in and down. That's what will work the core. So think of the rib cage as being, it's easy when you've been pregnant, you know, you get that diastasis recti where the ribs can separate. That's what we don't want. So we need to push the ribs together. Again, we should feel quite open through the shoulders today, through the chest. So give yourself, make sure if your eyes are closed, just open them. And are you seeing directly above you? If you are, perfect. If you're seeing more of the back of the room, give yourself a little chin nod. And then just the muscle that stops your wee mid-flow, just gently draw it in and up, about 30%. And then nice neutral spine, bring the right leg up to tabletop and the left leg. Keep the core tight, that navel away from that imaginary hot curl, and just gently take the right leg forwards and slow it back. I always in this imagine there's £1 million on it and you are starting in neutral spine and you are not. Or I think about them old little toys you used to get as a kid, you know, when you used to, like a little metal thing that you used to have to take it round and it buzzed every time you touched it.
Oh yeah.
I loved them. So just imagine that, yeah, you're not changing the shape of the back at all. So everything's keeping neutral. That little gap. Try and straighten the leg as much as you can. The lower you go, obviously, the harder it is for the pubic bone not to edge forward. Really precise. And for 8. 2, and 1. Well done. Just gently take the feet back down. Let the soles of the feet again just come out to the side a bit. Sorry, come together, the knees come out to the side. Well done. And we're going to do that one more time. So the beauty of like everything being all quiet. I love studio classes, but when you're chatting, sometimes it's quite easy not to think about the actual form. So just bring the right leg up again, draw the belly in, bring the left leg up to tabletop. Nice neutral pelvis, rib cage down. Let's go for the last ones. Take the right leg out, gently back to centre. And the left. And back. 10 more. So I tend to breathe out when I take my leg out and in when I come back, but as long as it's even. And for 2. And 1. Beautiful. 1 foot at a time down to the mat. And then bring the feet either side of the mat, so really nice and wide. And then just gently internally rotate the right foot, hip and knee in towards the roller. Obviously it won't get on the floor like it does when you're on the mat. Just to open up the hip flexor. Some big breaths again. One more. And back to centre, the other way. Again, breath in. Last one. Good. And just bring the feet back in and let's just do a little bit of just to keep our arms moving, our shoulders. So take both arms up to the ceiling. And just hopefully the shoulder blades should feel like they're hugging the roller. Make sure your arms are quite wide. Don't have them really narrow like this, because obviously you'll get kind of that shortening of the chest again. And then just protract the right shoulder blade away and retract it back. Protract the left shoulder and back. Right and left. Really good for there's a lot of nerves that run through the body, and sometimes it's quite common to get trapped nerves kind of in the scapular neck area. So it's nice to keep this moving. And 2 and 1. And then keep them back again, and then again with a bit of width. Just take them sort of one hand forward towards the hip, the other one just past kind of your ear line. And then do that circling unless it feels uncomfortable, and then back to centre. If it feels uncomfortable, just do your scissor. Sometimes if people have got a little bit of frozen shoulder or impingement, the circling can be a bit painful. Beautiful. I'm going to say hello to Jenny, who said she's going to do the recording. Let me know if you do, Jen, because this one's for you. She loves it. She's like, oh, I could stay like this all day. And 2 more. And then let's just try something. So just see if you can take both your hands backwards. So if you were like in a helicopter, like bird's eye view, it'd kind of be a little bit like an I shape, I guess, as in the letter I, and then just bring your hands slightly out to the side so you make like a Y. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And then out to shoulder height for a T. And then take your hands to the floor and back to centre. Let's try that again. So take it backwards out to the side and then even further down to the shoulder. Don't worry if the hands are not touching the floor. They're incredibly common for a lot of people not to be able to do this fully. So just go to where you can and then just gently back up and then just one more scissor and one more rotation into helicopter and then the other side. Beautiful. Perfect. And then just take your hands down and again, just let your forearms come into the mat, opening up that chest again, little chin to chest, and just take the right ear to shoulder and then the left. And then again. And this is when I thought, I feel all lovely now, and then I do my neck and I'm like, ooh. Beautiful. Back to centre, and then just imagine you've got a pen on the nose and you're just going to make some little circles on the ceiling. Just circling around, as big or as small as you want. So the bigger the movement, obviously, the more intense it will be. And then circle the other way. And fabulous. Okay guys, come onto your backs. Oh sorry, off your roller and onto your front, not onto your back. And let's just take that final cow pose. Take a beautiful breath in. And cat. Back to centre. Walk the hands back. Send the hips nice and high, the head towards the thighs. Just take the right heel down, the left, the right, the left, the right, left, both together. Feel that deep stretch in the calves particularly. Walk the hands back a little bit more. Take the heels up nice and high again. Bend the knees, straighten the legs. Bend the knees, straighten the legs, just providing a bit more space for the spine. And again, take the heels down. And then really soften, so raise the heels a little bit, just a tad, and then bend the knees, and then walk it back. And gently back up. I feel like a newborn baby. Thanks guys.